is senior night here in Fredericktown for the 35th annual playing of the Freddieburg rivalry between Centerburg and Fredericktown. Two KMAC rivals about to go toe-to-toe, and you can watch it all go down live and free right here on the OH Report, coming at you anywhere the internet can be found. And it's all on the way next.
Are you ready for the comeback?
Hey, this is Pastor Dave Vance from Crossroads Church. We are a church that gathers together, that raises up disciples and reaches out to those far from God. We pursue gospel impact in our communities and around the world. So when we say we're a church that feels like family, it's an invitation to be a part of something bigger, something greater, something eternal. And we want you to be a part of it. We hope you'll join us. Visit our website at crossroadswire.com for service times at a location near you.
At Knox Community Hospital, your primary care physician is more than someone who delivers your test results, more than someone who writes prescriptions, more than someone who listens to your heart. We are your healthcare partner who takes the time to know you, listen to your concerns, and provide you with expert personalized care to make and keep you well. Because to us, you're more than just numbers on a chart. You're a neighbor and a friend. Knox Community Hospital, in the community, for the community.
Man, I wish I was out there.
Let's unretire.
Why not?
Hey, Grandpa! Grandpa? I still got it.
Hey, I need that senior discount.
I'm good right here, bro.
Unretirement? Who'd be dumb enough to do that?
It's definitely that hate thing that we have with each other.
I don't like Centerburg at all. Disgust, probably, I'd say.
I think both teams play with a chip on their shoulder. Both teams, they have a healthy respect for each other. Both teams, they want to bring that trophy home.
During the week, during the practices, it's just a different mentality of just wanting to go hard and try to get that win.
What added emphasis do you put on Freddieburg week?
Man, we just try and be a little bit nastier than we have been all season. All around being nasty, be physical, and just, we had a little bit of chippiness yesterday, and it just showed us how good we could be and how we could just hit.
Get into the rival. I mean, not only is it Centerburg week, but as you saw there, we had our senior tackle tonight. It's week 10. It's a home game, so for many of these guys, it's going to be their last game on the home field. So pretty special week.
Yeah, it's definitely an intense week. I mean, we're all excited for the game. I mean, it doesn't really matter what the record is or how good each team is. It's always going to be a great game.
There's no words. I mean, it's great. No matter the records, it's going to come out and it's going to be a dogfight no matter what. You got to battle because there's still games you got to win, and there's still chances to go to get more weeks.
Going over there, having to travel into enemy territory, is that exciting? What do you like about it?
I don't care where we're playing. It could be on a different field. Like it doesn't matter to me. I just want to go out there and play my hardest.
The fact that they got the trophy over at their place right now, what kind of feelings does that bring up?
A little disgust, but Friday night, 7 o'clock, we're hoping to change that.
That'd be really important to me. Senior year, just getting it for the last time, getting it 2-1 over them, really important.
I think it was my sophomore year, the first time that they got it, and now it's the senior year. I just want to get it back and just have that 2-1 for us.
We proved to ourselves we can do what we want to do, and no matter what, you got something to fight for at all times. Even though you may not be able to make the playoffs or anything like that, you still have something to fight for, a big trophy to bring home.
Well, I think it's going to be a great atmosphere. You got two teams that they've had their ups and downs this year. I think they're pretty evenly matched. There's a lot on the line for this game, and I think it's going to be a good one.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Knox Community Hospital pregame show. I am Brian Skowronski, joined tonight by the great Mark Bollinger, and a great matchup here tonight. You know, maybe not that sexy on paper with both of these teams, you know, not necessarily coming in fighting for a KMAC championship, but definitely fighting for their playoff lives, Mark. Both these teams, they need a win to get in.
Yeah, it's a really important week this week. You know, you get to week 10, and with the expanded playoff format of 16 teams getting in, both of these teams are in position to get themselves in the playoffs, but they need a win tonight. And the similarities between these two teams have been just absolutely striking. Both coming in with a 4-5 overall record, 3-3 in the KMAC. But as you said, there's a lot on the line tonight here in week 10.
Yeah, looks like Centerburg already out on the field, ready to make their grand entrance. So let's tell you a little bit more about the Trojans and what they've been able to do so far on the season. As Mark mentioned, just a game below 500 and outside of the playoff picture right now. Matter of fact, they need to get some help on top of a W to actually get into the postseason. In the last couple of weeks, really tough games against Danville and Northmore. They haven't looked great, so they'll be looking to bounce back here tonight, Mark.
And as you said, the most important thing is they have to get a win first. Even if they get help throughout the rest of the region, it doesn't matter if they don't take care of business tonight. A loss does them no good, automatically, knocks them out. So they have to get the W. That is priority number one.
And getting an opportunity to go over to their practice, I can tell that that's a top priority for them. No question about it. These guys were pumped up. That's all that they wanted to talk about was beat Fredericktown. Weren't even really worried about the playoff conversation. Laser focused, Mark, and I can really appreciate that.
Well, and the great thing about this particular game tonight is it's week 10. It's a rivalry week. So in addition to the playoff stuff, they're up because it's a rivalry game, and that means so much to the people in this area and to get that trophy.
Their quarterback tonight, Mr. Jesse Rings. He's a dual threat. Definitely, I think, runs it a little bit better than he throws it. However, this is a guy that he seems to be one of the team leaders looked up to, Mark, and they're going to have to rely on him to have a big performance here on the road to get a win.
And it's going to be very, very crucial for him tonight to get off to a good start with the weather conditions the way they are. Limiting the turnovers and trying to just get positive plays early will be critical for an experienced quarterback like Jesse Rings.
Yeah, Jesse converting from wide receiver to quarterback this year. And as I mentioned, definitely when he gets out in the open field, he's a really dangerous runner. That's the problem that I think Fredericktown's going to have to deal with. Can you contain him and keep him within the tackle box?
Yeah, you're going to have to limit the big plays tonight because, like you said, when he gets out of the pocket, he's going to be able to use his feet to make some plays. But again, with the weather conditions, it's going to be interesting to see if he can cut and do those kinds of things, how good a shape the field is in, or if it's going to be just more north and south for him tonight.
Well, I did see Coach over here, Mr. Hartley, rolling the field on Wednesday night. He said it's kind of a calming thing for him, something that he likes to do in preparation for games. And speaking of his squad, also checking in at 4-5, but a little bit more momentum on their side. Winners of 2 of their last 3, Mark. 4-0, though, against teams with losing records, but you can only play who's on your schedule. And so far, they've taken care of business against the squads that they probably should have.
Yeah, and that's the same for both teams. Both teams come in 3-3 in the conference, and both teams were able to get wins against Mount Gilead, Cardington, and Loudonville. They did what they were supposed to do, and so tonight, Fredericktown looking to, here at home, get that win in this rivalry game and get themselves over 500 for the league this year.
And you do like to see that their highest point total of the season came last week. So here come those Freddies, and a lot of people here in the home stands, they got on wristbands to say, how about them Freddies? That's kind of been the mentality out here in this community for all the sports during fall season, Mark. But they definitely, it seems like a tight-knit community and group, and certainly there's a lot of fans out here ready to try to cheer these guys on to victory on senior night.
Yeah, and in addition to everything we've talked about, it's senior night. There's a lot of buzz in the air for these guys. They're hoping to make the playoffs, but even if they do get in the playoffs, they're going to be on the road next week. So it's going to be the last night that they're taking the field here at the stadium. So there's going to be a little bit of extra motivation here for this senior group at Fredericktown.
They got a youngster, though, running the show. Blake Sipes, sophomore quarterback. Another guy that's a dual threat that I feel like at this stage in his career also probably utilizes his legs a little bit better than he does his arm, just 53% passing on the season. But he's had a proclivity for hitting some pretty deep ones at times, so I kind of like what he does with the deep ball.
Well, the Centerburg defense is going to have to do the same kind of thing with Sipes that we talked about the Fredericktown defense having to do with Rings. You're going to have to contain him, not allow him to create and make big plays. And as you said, he is a dual threat. He can put it in the air for the big play, or he's going to use his feet. So some very, very similar offensive styles tonight, and we're going to see who can execute a little bit better maybe tonight and pull out the victory here in a crucial Week 10 matchup.
And that is going to wrap up our Knox Community Hospital pregame show as we are just about set and ready for kickoff. The Freddieburg game. And what I like so much about this rivalry, 35th year in a row that they're playing it, and they're dead split down the middle. 17 wins, 17 wins. Someone's going to come out on the right side of that tonight.
It's pretty amazing to see the balance throughout the years of these two programs. Last year, Centerburg had their way. Big 49-14 win. See if here in 2023, Fredericktown can turn the tables and get the W at home.
Centerburg's been displaying that awesome new Freddieburg trophy in their locker room. So every day that they go to practice, it's kind of overlooking the entire organization, keeping an eye on them. And they feel like it's definitely brought them some good luck and fortune so far this season. Minus the injuries. They've had a couple tough injuries. But we are underway. They'll kick it off. And after the bobble, here comes Grant Hartley on the hop. And he's going to get knocked down shy of the 20-yard line.
Nice job on the coverage there. Going to pin Freddies inside their own 20 on their first possession.
And speaking of those Freddies, to get a victory tonight, Mark, you feel like turnovers are going to be crucial.
Well, turnovers are going to be crucial. You know, coming into this game, Sipes has played well at times, but 12 interceptions on the season, prone to turn it over a little bit. And then again, with these weather conditions, it's going to be a little slick out there. Taking care of the football will be critical, trying to end every possession in some kind of a kick.
Here's Sipes on first down, tries the right side, just does get tripped up as it looked like he had something going early. Still able to eke out about a gain of 4.
Yeah, nice little push on the right side there. Just a quick quarterback draw, just took it right over the right side, and nice start there. We're going to say he got 6 there on first down. Put him in second and short.
Sipes comes up under center, turns, hands it off this time. Centerburg does a nice job rallying to the football there.
Yeah, looks like it's going to be a loss of a yard. Maybe forward progress got him back to the line of scrimmage, but Centerburg definitely firing off the ball there and won that battle in the trenches.
So an early third down situation here for the Freddies. And always crucial to try to get off to a nice start, especially at home, senior night. And they'll load up and they'll pass it over the middle. It's Hartley with the grab. And gang tackled, push back. Minimal gain on the play, but actually, no, they're going to say that's enough for the first down, Mark. Yeah, he's out across the 30.
Yeah, good enough for the first down. They're going to mark him about the 31-yard line. Nice little crossing route there. Found him in the middle of the field in the seam. And moved the chains. First down for the Freddies.
Clock stopped with 91 seconds off here. And a good start for Sipes and company at home. Nice safe pass on his first attempt of the night for a completion and a first down. High snap handled by Sipes. And not a lot there, maybe 2.
So the first 3 times we've seen the Freddies run the ball, it's went over the right side. Last couple of times, the Trojans have stepped up in there and held them to no gain, and then on that one, a gain of only 3.
Second down, 3 wide. Sipes comes near side this time. Plenty of room. He's into enemy territory and more. Forced out of bounds as he made his way out near the 40.
Nice job there. They've been running it to that right side. This time the quarterback's going to take it off the snap, and he's going left. And they walled off the right side of that Centerburg line, and he had plenty of space.
Huge gain for Fredericktown. Gets them out to the Centerburg 41-yard line. Gavin Toombs comes in motion. He gets the handoff and runs into trouble. Picked up maybe one.
Yeah, not a lot of room there for Toombs. Went in motion, quick handoff. But again, good job by the left side of that Centerburg defense, getting penetration and jamming that thing up for no gain.
Second down and long now on the way here for the Freddies offense. And a big gaping hole up the middle of the field. And it's real close to first down yardage.
That time Bellman had some success. Little off tackle run left side. Hit the seam. Got through it, carried a defender. Give him 6 or 7 there. Set up second and short. I'm guessing it's probably 2 down territory here if they don't get it.
From the gun, it's going to be Sipes all the way. Flag comes in the area of holding, and he's hit right basically at the line to gain.
Yep, signal indicates holding. They're going to back him up. Big penalty there. What could have been 4th and short for the Freddies. Going to end up 3rd and 11.
And sometimes those can be momentum killers right now. Fredericktown, they got the offense on the move, getting into scoring territory. Now they'll back up, making this 3rd down long. They'll come out I formation.
Looks like Hartley has one-on-one down the bottom here.
And it's going to be tipped, but still complete on the back end to Elia Roush.
Now the Freddies were fortunate there. Usually a tip ball ends up in a bad result for the offense, but on that one they were able to get the completion.
So Elijah maintaining some patience, keeping his eye on the football. And it at least makes it a more manageable 4th down conversion. Fredericktown's going to need about 5.
Well, on that 3rd and 11, looked like they had Hartley matched up one-on-one down here on the bottom side of the field. See if they look at him now. He's going to split out to the top side. See if they get that isolation, that one-on-one coverage.
They're going to go with a run all the way. Sipes pushing the leg drive all the way.
I think it's going to depend on the spot here.
And the referee says first down, but we know that. But in which favor? They're going to move the chains. No measurement necessary. Take another look.
Nice job there by Sipes. Got hit and kept his feet moving, and able to get that extra half a yard or so. They ended up ultimately getting them a first down.
So it's a home and kitchen supply first down here for Fredericktown. Knocking on the red zone. Well, actually they haven't moved the sticks yet. I think they probably heard some chirping from Coach Colella and his staff over there like, dude, this is pretty close. Yeah, sure you don't want to pull out the chains and just make sure that it's a first down?
And they are going to measure. Good job there by the chain crew of staying put. A lot of times you see that official signal that, and that crew's moving right, the chain crew's moving right away. Instead, they were patient, waited on it. They're going to bring them out, and we'll get a measurement and see if it indeed was a first down.
Well, if there's one thing I learned from the Browns-Niners game other than always keep the faith, it's that even when it looks like a first down, you're never quite sure, Mark.
You are never quite sure. And, yes, definitely keeping the faith.
It's the most key and critical part to any fan base. And it looks like a first down, and by golly, this one is.
Again, the legs of Blake Sipes creates a little space there at the end of the run. pushes forward, gets them a first down.
Yeah, that's a pretty gutsy call, I think, when you need to pick up almost 5 yards there, and they just go with the quarterback keeper and put the ball in the hands of their sophomore.
Absolutely. Yeah, he's toted it 4 times already tonight. He's definitely been the workhorse so far.
Almost 5 minutes off the clock already here. This opening drive chewing up a lot of time and space as another flag comes in. I think we're going to see holding yet again. And as it stands now, though, 8-yard pickup, but that's going to get wiped out.
Yep, I think it's going to be on the right side again of that offensive line. So it's going to wipe out another nice gainer there by Sipes.
Penalties thrown on Blake Tucker, 260-pound junior. So they'll do first down all over again. Need 20, though, now to move the chains just outside of the Centerburg 21-yard line. Sipes tucks and takes off. He's got plenty of room here. Brought down not until he gets to the 25-yard line. Huge play to pick up the penalty yardage and more.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, he made a nice play there out of what seemingly was nothing. Dropped back, didn't see anything, was able to quickly get up the field, got through a couple of that defenders at that second level, and picked up about 16. So another nice gainer there by the quarterback.
Freddie's right on the doorstep of the red zone here as they break the huddle 2 wide pro set. They'll hand off. Well, I think he wanted to hand it off to the up man Roush, but instead turns what looked like disaster into a pretty nice gain here to the outside. Another Freddie first down.
Yeah, that was a fortunate Freddie bounce there. The handoff didn't work out. Fortunately for him, it came right back to him, and then Sipes again made something out of nothing. Took it around that left side. Another Freddie first down.
Love the playmaking ability by the sophomore just to keep his composure. And we've already seen on a couple of occasions what he can do when he breaks into that second level. Got pretty nice speed and not afraid of the contact.
Yeah. And the Freddies just eating up the clock. Already under about 6 minutes here in the first quarter.
Not a ton of space this time, though. Austin Anderson and company combined to make the stop. Just gang tackled there, about 4 Trojans getting in on the act.
And so far tonight, you've seen the Freddies have some success over that right side on occasion, but not a lot. Tend to see, will be interesting to see if they continue to start going over that left side where they seem to be getting a little bit more push off the snap.
Design quarterback run yet again. And leveled downstairs and upstairs. Hit low there by Tommy Haas. And it'll be third down. Blitz works to perfection this time, Mark.
Absolutely. They're starting to really key in, understanding that, Sipes is going to be keeping the ball in his hands a lot. It's his 8th carry of the drive.
It was Anderson in on the stop as well. Been very active here on this opening drive.
And Freddie's getting ready for their 14th play of the drive. Sipes with 8 keepers and 2 pass attempts.
They'll spin out of a play action here, looking to go to the air in the end zone. Flag down. It's incomplete. But we see Elijah Roush getting picked up off the ground by one of his teammates.
I guess we're defensive holding. They're going to talk it over here.
While they're talking about it, let's go ahead and show this replay again. See, Sipes spins out of there. And then Roush just absolutely tackled on the play.
Yep.
That was Cole Evans. However, this ain't the NFL, Mark. No automatic first down. But they will get to play third down over again, and after the 10 yards is marked off, only need to pick up about 2 as the ball moved inside of the 10-yard line.
And what an opening drive here by the Freddies.
Big statement.
Real nice job. Only 2 pass attempts. They've kept the ball on the ground, and they've just been grinding it out down the field, slow and steady. Big third down here for Fredericktown.
But the ball is on the ground. Trevor Bellman just never was able to squeeze it. He was the deep man on the play. And wow, tough, big loss right there. So now it's 4th down, and now you got to make a decision.
Well, again, with the weather conditions, I'm not sure how effective the kicking game will be. Wouldn't be surprised if you'd see Fredericktown here go with some kind of run-pass option on a rollout.
And the Freddies are going to burn their first timeout here of the opening half. Do you want to say what's up to everybody out there watching live and free on both Facebook and YouTube? Drop me and Mark some comments throughout the night. We'll read them right here on air. Love making you guys a part of the game. And very effective opening drive here. Looked like on a couple different occasions it would stall out for Fredericktown, and still may. They're facing a 4th down here. And I think this is a big decision to make for Coach Hartley. With the loss, makes this 4th down conversion tough. How much do you believe in the kicking game? Do you want to come away with some points or roll the dice, Mark, and try to pick it up or go to the end zone?
Well, I think they're going to roll the dice and keep the offense out there. You look up at the flag, the wind's blowing in their face. You can see in the lights the rain coming down. Like I said before the timeout there, I'm guessing they're going to put the ball in Sipes' hand, some kind of rollout with a run-pass option. But, you talked about a little bit about the Fredericktown drive. Overcoming a lot. I mean, you've had 2 fumbles. They've recovered both of them. They've had a couple of 10-yard penalties, but yet they've been able to sustain it and find ways to get a first down. But now here we are. Big play here, 4th and 8. See if they can convert it from the 15-yard line.
First time I believe we've seen trips from the Freddies here on this opening drive, and they're going to roll that way. Sipes looking to throw. And taking his time now, heave to the back of the end zone. Got a man and a touchdown. Trevor Bellman with the diving grab.
What a play by Sipes. Rolling to his right, threw across his body, found the open receiver, and put 6 on the board.
Huge opening drive on senior night. And one of the 12th graders honored with his parents before the game, making the biggest play so far, creating some separation, communicating with his quarterback with his eyes there, Mark, and then laying out to make the big grab.
Right, and Bellman, great job of seeing that, Sipes was in trouble on the rollout and just adjusted and found, got himself into some space, and Sipes found him. Big opening drive there for the Freddies.
Who will tack on the PAT. So with just under 4 minutes to go, Fredericktown put 7 on the board here after their opening drive.
Are you ready for the comeback?
Hey, this is Pastor Dave Vance from Crossroads Church. We are a church that gathers together, that raises up disciples and reaches out to those far from God. We pursue gospel impact in our communities and around the world. So when we say we're a church that feels like family, it's an invitation to be a part of something bigger, something greater, something eternal. And we want you to be a part of it. We hope you'll join us. Visit our website at crossroadswire.com for service times at a location near you.
And it's the comeback. Are you ready for the comeback?
Big opening drive for Fredericktown here at home, burning up a lot of clock, but most importantly, Mark, ending with that 7-burger on the board.
Yeah, but a 16-play drive resulting in a touchdown. Great way to start it. See if the special teams can make a play here, but Centerburg going to try to take it to the house on the kickoff return.
Trevin Harris going to take it all the way back to the crib. What an answer here for the Trojans. Freddies fans are stunned.
I think everybody here is stunned. It looked like they had him, and he came out of the pack and found space, and there was no catching him. So after Fredericktown eats up a ton of time in their touchdown drive, Centerburg says, we'll do it in a lot quicker manner.
So Isaiah Sewell, fresh off the ensuing kickoff, taking it back to the house, and we are an extra point away from being all square. And I'm sure you've heard the terminology, there's more than one ways to skin a cat, Mark. You don't just got to go on a 10-minute drive to get 7 points.
No, and wow, what an answer. Great run there. Able to get into the middle of the field and then cut it back to the right side and found space, and nobody was going to catch him. And we have a tie ball game with 3:43 to go here in the first quarter.
Yeah, let's check this out from the very start. So typically, it usually takes like a weird play where it like bobbled or something to kind of set up something like this. But you see catching it on the run, short kick at the 22-yard line, and really nobody even gets a fingertip on him. Somehow he found all the right creases and just slid right through.
Yeah, and then there was just a mass of bodies there, but he popped out of it, and once he got that seam, he was gone.
So a monster play by Isaiah Sewell. 5'9", 170-pound junior. Playing big right there.
I have no doubt on the Centerburg sideline, they're excited that they took it to the house and it's tied. But I'm guessing their defense is like, we're going back out there.
Yeah.
I mean, they just got off the field after 10 minutes, and, hey, right back out on the field, boys.
That's a good point. A lot of two-way starters playing on both sides here tonight. As Daniel LeMaster gets ready to boot it away, and he will. And it's going to take a hop at the 10-yard line, fielded by Hartley. Here comes Grant, cutting back against the grain. Nice open field tackle.
Yeah, I thought if he got through that tackle, he had space on that right side and was going to be able to get to the sideline.
Yeah, it certainly looked that way, but give Blaine Ball a lot of credit. Forcing him back to the inside. And now Fredericktown's offense got about 78 yards of greenery in between them and getting back into pay dirt. From the gun, Sipes hands off this time. And the Freddies trying the right side to no avail. Just nothing doing right from the start. Good penetration.
Yeah, again, just real nice job there by the front of Centerburg. Hit him in the backfield. Going to create a loss of 2. Fredericktown behind the sticks here, 2nd and 12.
Break the huddle 4 wide. Design quarterback keeper. And off a little shuffle, Sipes drop down. Basically right at the line of scrimmage. So the Centerburg D coming out and playing inspired here to start things out, forcing an early 3rd and long.
Yeah, real good job there, just filling the hole quickly. Keeping Sipes to only a gain of 2.
Roush the lone back, 3 receivers here to the near side. Bellman in the slot, looking that way, sets, fires, and it's incomplete, too far. Grant Hartley, the intended target.
Nice job there by Centerburg. First possession of the game, they gave up a long touchdown drive. Here they come out. It looks like they're going to get a 3 and out.
And you see a ton of contact there on the play, on the bump and run there from Heath Merklin. And did a nice job of coming off of his assignment, actually, to get in the way of that one to force what we assume is a punting situation here for the Freddies. They do have Jordan Moore out there.
Special teams is going to be scary tonight, again, with these weather conditions. The snap and the kick, make sure that foot doesn't slip.
It's going to be a short punt. It's going to hop actually in Freddie territory, but caroms its way into Trojan country as Tursky just let it roll, and we're going to see the Centerburg offense for the first time tonight.
First time tonight, so 32-yard punt there, and Centerburg will take over on their own 48. As you said, 2:13 to go here in the first quarter, and the Trojans get to take their first offensive snap.
So we'll take a look at our keys to victory for the Trojans here tonight, and Turnovers, baby. We talked about it already. The weather conditions going to be a big factor, and the line of scrimmage too, Mark, no question.
Yep, again with the weather conditions and everything else out here, just control the line of scrimmage, try to establish that run game. Instead, Centerburg's going to come out throwing.
It's going to be Tursky with the grab on the far sideline, fighting for extra yardage as he's hitting knockdown right in front of his own bench. Nice pickup to start off their first drive, breaking into Freddie territory. And no huddle necessary for the Trojans here.
Spreading the field here, see if they can find somebody creating space. Instead, they're going to give quick handoff on the draw and read right away by the Freddie defense.
That was Sewell, who already had the big play with the kick return touchdown tonight. But Fredericktown, boy, they brought the heat. A couple linebackers come in.
Yeah, ran right into the blitz. So nice job of run blitzing there by Freddies.
And so they'll move backwards about 3 or 4 yards and facing a 3rd down and 8 now. Ring sends a man in motion. Jesse back to pass, sets, fires. A little bit too tall, right through the hands of Tristan Hankinson. Punt unit coming on.
Yeah, ball got away from him just a little bit. Just threw it high, it sailed, and got through his hands, and the punt team will come out here for Centerburg.
It's obviously a situation where you got to be aware of a potential fake at midfield here if you're Fredericktown. And LeMaster punts it away.
That's a beauty. You can get to sit down before it gets in the end zone.
Didn't get the benefit of that backspin as it took a somersault forward into the end zone. And it'll be Fredericktown ball coming up here from the 20-yard line. 3rd offensive drive for them. If you're just joining us, they drove all the way down the field, what, 15 plays?
15 or 16 plays, yep. First drive, punched it in. On 15-yard pass from Sipes to Bellman.
Sipes keeps his feet, goes right side, able to duck in for a gain out to the 24-yard line.
You're starting to see the field conditions play a bit of a factor here out in the middle of the field. On that one, he took the snap. He tried to, take a step and get a cut, and that right foot slipped a little bit. Wasn't able to get a good push, but was able to get up in the hole and get about 3. It's really going to start to get tore up there out in the middle. See if the Freddies try to get themselves wide into some space again. They had some success on that first drive, getting the ball wide.
They'll fake it here to Roush to the outside. And Sipes finds life in the middle of the teeth of the defense. Not so fun as he gets knocked down for a gain of 1 on the final play here of the opening quarter. We are all square in the Freddieburg game. Heading to the second, knotted up, 7-7.
Are you ready for the comeback?
At Knox Community Hospital, your primary care physician is more than someone who delivers your test results, more than someone who writes prescriptions, more than someone who listens to your heart. We are your healthcare partner who takes the time to know you, listen to your concerns, and provide you with expert personalized care to make and keep you well. Because to us, you're more than just numbers on a chart. You're a neighbor and a friend. Knox Community Hospital, in the community, for the community.
Hey, this is Pastor Dave Vance from Crossroads Church. We are a church that gathers together, that raises up disciples and reaches out to those far from God. We pursue gospel impact in our communities and around the world. So when we say we're a church that feels like family, it's an invitation to be a part of something bigger, something greater, something eternal. And we want you to be a part of it. We hope you'll join us. Visit our website at crossroadswire.com for service times at a location near you.
Yeah, it's the comeback. Are you ready for the comeback?
Second quarter action set to begin here at Fredericktown in the 35th edition of the Freddieburg rivalry. It's a third down here, and Blake Sipes breaking loose. A lot of space, turning on the Jets. Sophomore trying to take it to the crib, and he's brought down inside the 15, but a huge play to start off this second quarter.
Big play by Sipes. He found some space in the middle and cut it outside, and it was on the go. Just got ran down from behind, but great play to start quarter number 2.
I'm not great at math, Mark. What are we looking at? About a 60-yard burst there?
Yeah, 61, 62
okay.
yards there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got that Moffat County High School education.
Well, again, the Centerburg defense is got to be thinking, my gosh, we've been out here so much already, and we're only a minute into the second quarter.
Stutter step, trying to break loose, but Sipe grabbed down low as he leans forward towards the 10-yard line. And boy, Blake Sipes, they are calling his name left and right tonight.
Absolutely. In that first quarter, the statistics were so far tilted to the Fredericktown side. As far as yards, they outgained Centerburg 109-4 in the first quarter. But the special teams touchdown evens it out.
3 phases, baby, for a reason.
All 3 phases.
Sipes again trying to catch the edge, gets a block. And Jesse Rings able to push him out of bounds.
Great job out there by Trevor Bellman with the block to allow him to get wide. Picked off that linebacker shooting the gap.
Freddies can still pick up a first down. They'll need about 2. We'll have to get inside the 5-yard line to do so.
And Sipes has already carried the ball 15 times on the night.
He has been a busy young man. And he'll keep it again straight ahead, kind of like that tush push or whatever you want to call it. And they're going to give it to him, Mark.
Count it. So Sipes and the Fredericktown offense with a quick response. They take the lead here in rivalry week number 10.
5-yard touchdown run here for Sipes. Quick count. Huge hole there. Just pushing through the A-gap. And Fredericktown celebrating another touchdown drive.
Yeah, great job there by the offensive line. Just blew him off the line, and Sipes capitalized. Devin Whitten there with some good push.
And the PAT up and through, so it is 14-7 Fredericktown. With the big play from Sipes, sets up his second touchdown of the night.
Are you ready for the comeback?
At Knox Community Hospital, your primary care physician is more than someone who delivers your test results, more than someone who writes prescriptions, more than someone who listens to your heart. We are your healthcare partner who takes the time to know you, listen to your concerns, and provide you with expert personalized care to make and keep you well. Because to us, you're more than just numbers on a chart. You're a neighbor and a friend. Knox Community Hospital, in the community, for the community.
Yeah, it's the comeback. Are you ready for the comeback?
Mother Nature starting to let loose here to kick off the second quarter, and the Freddies going to kick it off with a squib up the middle. It's going to be taken on the hop here by Tursky. And Mason's going to set the Trojans up with some solid field position out near the 34-yard line.
Another nice return there. This time, Fredericktown did a much better job of staying in their lanes, able to contain that and make the tackle. But, yeah, we've been pretty blessed. It's been a pretty good season as far as weather on Friday nights here in north central Ohio. We're paying for it here in week 10, but we had 9 good weeks.
Yeah, no question about it. Actually, we were discussing that before heading off tonight. Like, have we had to deal with weather yet this year? I don't think so. So we're getting an extra dose of it here tonight. And look at the rain coming down sideways here. It's like Forrest Gump out in Vietnam. Looks like it's just hopping just right up off the field at him.
Yeah, another flag down, holding here on Centerburg. Their second penalty of the night, 15 yards total.
And what a big factor penalties can become in this game, as we talked about earlier. Kind of breaks your momentum just a little bit, and if you're playing in these type of conditions, I mean, the big plays, Mark, at least in the passing game, they might be hard to come by.
Yes, absolutely. You know, 1st and 20 here, you're going into the wind, so those passing yards going to be a little bit harder to come by, and they'll just keep it on the ground. This weather continues, it's going to be like a scrum out there every play, just in the middle of the field.
Yeah, it still looks nice and green here to start the night. I think they played a middle school game a couple of days ago on it, maybe even last night. And so as these big boys start going head-to-head, bullying each other in the trenches throughout the course of this one, look for us to see a whole lot more dirt and mud out there.
Real nice job there by Rings with the play fake. One of the Fredericktown defenders really bit on the fake, and he was able to then keep it and take it over that right side. Nice little hole, good gainer.
Yeah, I brought Roush out of the equation, as he's going to set it up 3rd down and manageable on the way here for the Trojans offense. Still have not picked up a first down in this game, even though they got a 7 points up on the board. Rings brings a man in motion, right to left. And tried to set up the screen, pressure coming. Jesse got out of there, slung down. Probably going to be a horse collar tackle, though.
He had 5 guys in his face after the screen didn't work, rolled out to the right side, and they had him pinned, but got out of it a little bit and was able to get the penalty call.
And I think you got to credit Devin Witt for reading that play. He was right in the middle of the action. If it wasn't for 55 there for the Freddies and they get that pass off, I mean, that's the entire team out in front. That's a caravan.
Yeah, absolutely. Great play call, but it was blown up by the Fredericktown defenders. And it looks like the Trojans are going to get their first down of the night via penalty.
Referee's about to mark off the penalty yardage. And having a discussion. Looks like they're marking it off from the line of scrimmage. I thought maybe it was supposed to be from the point of the infraction. But you're right. It's going to bring them into Fredericktown territory and move the chains for a first down. So some new life here for the Berg. Looking to tie things up on the road.
Centerburg right back up on the ball, trying to get a little tempo maybe going here. Big hole. And more flags.
As it stands now, Sewell's out to the 40-yard line and about an 8-yard pickup. Centerburg seems to be just assuming that this is against them.
They had great push off the ball. Seemed like the entire offensive line was able to drive their counterparts back a few yards, create that hole, but obviously somebody did it with a little extra hold there and created that, and the official's going to march it right back to where they were. Yeah, Sewell was untouched for the first 6 or 7 yards there.
Looked like Lane Johnston might have picked up the infraction.
Take it right back in that area where it's getting a little muddy out there. We can see it from up here.
And the second big penalty here against Centerburg, though the Freddies have one themselves, as Rings fakes to the outside. He had Sewell, and now he's ripped down to the turf. Lane Warner coming in to make the stop.
That real nice job by Warner there. Read that, was able to step up there and bring Rings down for no gain. That's something you might see Centerburg come back to, though. Sewell was open out in the flat after the little play fake. Maybe fake that and let him go on out there and get him in the flat, see if they can get him out in space. We know he can take it to the house, that's for sure.
13, definitely a game breaker. Marshall in motion. They'll hand it off. Here is Sewell. Trojans weren't able to open up a hole that time as Warner coming out showing a lot of emotion here on senior night.
Warner's pumped up, getting in there again. So 3rd and really long here for Centerburg. And if you're in this situation, you may just want to play a little bit conservative here. Make sure you don't turn it over, do something silly here, and give Fredericktown maybe better field position than you really want to. I'd be surprised if we'd see Rings keep it here.
Jesse's going to flank out Sewell. Looking over the middle, now steps up, fires, going deep, got a man. It's a little underthrown, tipped, and incomplete. It's out in the lane. Playing with the big coverage right there. Bring up 4th down.
Well, he got behind the defenders, but throwing into that stiff wind that they had, the ball just hung up there a little bit and wasn't able to get the completion. Good job there by the Freddies, and they're going to force a punt.
And boy, did he have Trevin Harris about a step and a half behind the defense. Could have went for 6.
Yeah, different weather conditions may have been a very, very different result on that one.
Rain still coming down very much sideways here at Fredericktown Stadium. And this one's going to take a hop inside of the 25-yard line. Later rest at the 22. So the Freddies have scored on 2 of their 3 possessions so far to open things up offensively.
Yeah, and Sipes will bring the offense back out on the field here. He's 15 carries, 147 yards on the ground, and then through the air, 3 of 4 with a touchdown, 28 yards. So definitely been the guy that's done it all here so far for Fredericktown on the offensive side of things.
And they'll start him in the gun. 4 wide, 2 receivers to each side. Trojans with 7 men in the box. And just rushing 4. Little play action, going deep. And what a throw. I think it's going to be incomplete.
Yeah, jarred it loose there.
Gavin Toombs, the intended target, and this is what you call threading the needle right here,
Yeah,
Mr. Bollinger.
He did. He dropped that thing in the bucket. Great job putting it where the receiver could make a play, but then good job there by the Freddie secondary to come over and dislodge that ball and make it incomplete.
Mason Tursky coming over and laying some wood on that one.
And I like the play call there. You know, you've been running the ball with Sipes a lot and come out first down, you go, 4 wide receivers set, you got the wind at your back, and you take a shot. Now we'll see if they go back to the ground and pound.
2nd and 10, they will. It's going to be a little delayed quarterback draw. Sipes bursting through, big gain, but a late flag.
A late flag. And then another one. It's like a late hit on the sideline. So we'll probably have a hold here on Fredericktown and a late hit by Centerburg.
Yeah, it looks like laundry day out there on the turf. Go ahead and run back this replay for you. So Sipes takes off. I mean, the flag doesn't come in until now on the backside of things. And then you see fighting for extra yardage, and then, yeah, that's definitely a late hit out of bounds. No question about that.
I'm not even sure that some of the other officials and the teams even realized that there was that flag back there. It came in so late.
So the initial call is going to be a hold against the Freddies. And then all the extracurriculars, I think it's just going to be offsetting, and we're going to run it all back after all that, Mark.
Well, so he takes it 10 that way, and then will they go 15 the other? For the personal foul?
You're correct.
So gain of 5.
Yeah, I guess it'll go down officially as a 5-yard penalty against the Trojans. Is that how that works, or is it 2 penalties, a 10-yarder and a 15-yarder?
It's a 10 and a 15, but so they're calling it 2nd and 5. And
the snap through Sipes' hands. Ball still loose. And a mini dog pile. I think Freddies definitely came away with this, yeah?
Yeah, Freddies came away with it. So they've been fortunate. Again, 3rd fumble of the night, and they've recovered all 3 of them. Yeah, but now they're looking about 3rd and 12.
You saw Hankinson came in, and he went after the quarterback instead of the football. He was the first to bust into the backfield. So the Freddies living on the razor's edge right now and going backwards. Hitting the backfield. Austin Anderson got in there, and oh, man, more late flags.
More late flags, so they went with the jet sweep. Centerburg shut it down, but then late hit, personal foul. It's going to be an automatic first down for Fredericktown.
And just great pursuit. Excellent defense played up until after. Saw Heath Merklin came flying into the backfield along with Hankinson. But they hurt themselves with the late hit.
Yeah, must have been blowing the whistle there, trying to call that one dead, and they continued on and threw him to the ground. So with all the craziness that has ensued the last few plays, it's going to be a first down here for Fredericktown. The drive will continue.
Well, actually, they're going to be still a little bit short. Looks like they still need about 3. There's a lot to unpack on these last few plays.
I always believed, and again, I'm not official, obviously, but I always thought a personal foul was an automatic first down.
Not at the high school
Maybe
level.
Maybe at the high school level,
right?
Yes. So 3rd and short.
The more you know.
The more you know.
So the sack did indeed count, of course, or not the sack, but the
run, yeah, on the jet sweep.
The drop for loss, but then they mark off the 15 yards. And now they flip it to 4th down. All right. We'll change it to 4th down too, Mark. And I think it's probably just best for everyone. Let's just move on to a new drive.
There's a lot of confusion on the field.
Over.
I feel a little bit better that the coaches and players are as confused as I was.
So here's Moore with a good-looking punt down the sideline, not allowing Tursky to come up and make a play on it. And it'll bring the Berg back to their own 31-yard line. That's where they'll set up shop. 6:15 to play here in this second quarter.
14-7, 6:15 to go in the first half, and Centerburg has 1 first down.
It's been pretty unusual in a few different avenues tonight.
Yeah, just looking at it here quickly, adding up the numbers, Centerburg with 16 total yards of offense, 55 yards in penalties. But yet they're right here in the ballgame. They can start cleaning it up here, put together a drive here to finish the half. So if they can get a tie.
Rings with a toss to the outside. And this is Isaiah Sewell. I mean, you see how much wiggle this dude's got.
And another flag for holding.
So the referees definitely starting to get involved here in this second quarter.
Now, I'm sure you've been in this situation, but I've seen enough high school football games in weather like this that typically the flags don't fly nearly as much when the weather is not as good, like tonight. They're flying tonight. Usually kind of, maybe they're going to keep them in their pockets a little bit tonight. But
referees not allowing Mother Nature to have an impact on their night?
No impact at all. Enjoying the rain and the wind. Throwing that flag.
And this has been the big problem for Centerburg offensively is they've had a few of these here tonight. And this is Jesse Rings on first down, able to get out to the 25-yard line.
Was that Warner again that tried to time the snap and shot that gap.
Was 44 indeed. And he was one of the young men that I got an opportunity to interview the other night. And I really enjoyed hearing from Lane Warner just his thoughts. I believe I said, when you hear Centerburg, what comes to mind? Disgust was his answer. So these are definitely two communities. You know, sometimes you'll talk to these teams, coaches and players about rivalry games, and hey, it's a big game, but it's another game. They were not afraid on both sides to express exactly how they felt about their counterparts.
And that's what I love at this level, especially when you embrace the rivalry.
Absolutely.
I love it. That's the passion and the emotion. That's what makes high school sports and rivalry games just so great. And pre-snap penalty here again on Centerburg. 7th penalty of the night.
Yeah, the Berg really hurting themselves. As they're going to bring in Jackson Bollinger. Long lost relative of yours, Mark, perhaps?
Not that I'm aware of.
Just a freshman. And he's going to be lined up wide to the outside at the top of your screen. Tursky, one-on-one coverage here to the near side, and it's going to be Rings, and guess who in the backfield?
Hello, Mr. Warner. Rings did a nice job with the pitch, faked the pitch, but Warner wasn't buying it. He was just getting straight to the quarterback for another nice play. He has definitely brought his A game tonight on the defensive side.
And it's the timing, as you alluded to. So Lane Warner having a huge impact. And on 3rd down, Rings looking to go to the sky. Sends it deep, far side, and it's broken up, nearly intercepted. Coverage on the play by Downton Lang. 4th down.
Only threw a nice ball again, just knocked down, thrown into that wind, but put the ball where the receiver could make a play, and instead Fredericktown defender made the play and bring up 4th and long. Rings just 1 of 5 on the night for 6 yards.
He's been looking for Harris on the deep ball so far here tonight. Has not been able to find him. No hookups just yet.
Beautiful punt into the wind.
And it's taken on the hop here by Bellman. Flags coming in from every direction. And Trevor's into Centerburg territory for now.
I think it's going to be a block in the back during the return out in the middle of the field.
Let's see if we can spot this thing. Here's Trevor from about the 39.
They're right out by the logo. Yeah. The push I saw in the back was after the flags were flying, so probably wasn't that.
Looked like Cirque Parker was the closest player to the action there, number 21. He's got the neck roll going on, kind of easy to spot. But you're right, the flags came in first, so I actually don't know. Nevertheless, it's going to back Fredericktown up. And they'll start with it here at their own 40-yard line. Make it the 41. The referee was like, yeah, how about another yard? Nah. Back to where you were.
Well, here's a drive, chance for Fredericktown to take a little bit of control here of this football game. They can score here and get it to a 2-score game before the half.
That's Bellman on 1st down. And he found not a lot of space here on the right side.
Good push there again by that left side of that Centerburg line. Seems like every time Fredericktown's tried to go that right side, they've met a lot of resistance. See if they try to take it to the field side here instead of running towards the boundary.
Sipes running right again this time, able to wiggle through, keeps the legs driving, and he pushes forward for a gain of around 7.
Sipes falling forward there, was able to continue that leg drive and fell forward to get himself a couple extra yards. Gained about 4 yards after contact.
The dynamic sophomore really carrying the offensive load tonight for Fredericktown. And a pretty key 3rd down 3 coming up right now. Clock winding, close to 2.5 minutes remaining. Fredericktown, if they can hang on to the football, Mark, I think obviously huge if you can go in with the lead, and even bigger if you can keep marching it down the field.
A little quick snap. I'm not sure Sipes are ready for it.
Airs it out for Bellman, and Trevor shakes his way from some would-be tacklers and pushes out to the 40-yard line. 12-yard pickup and a 1st down.
Nice job there. Got the ball to Bellman. He was elusive, made the first defender miss. Gain of 12 for another 1st down.
See it all there on the Webb's Marathon in Automotive replay.
Bellman's 2nd catch, 27 yards.
Trevor brings the play into the huddle. Freddie's in no hurry here with the clock stopped at 2:12.
Yeah, situational here. You think they're going to have to start to go with a little bit of tempo after this.
And Sipes, nowhere to go.
Clock now rolling under 2 minutes. I'm sure they're thinking we want to make sure we don't give Centerburg the ball back here at all in the 1st half, but also be nice for the Freddies to put another score on the board if you can.
That was Hankinson who had the discipline there of just playing the gap. And he's able to make the stop. Loss of 3 second long here for Sipes, who looks to throw it and almost picked. Slipped right through the hands of Tommy Haas.
Definitely a chance there for Centerburg to get the turnover, and there was a lot of grass in front of him. Little out route there. Read it perfectly, just wasn't able to execute.
And Haas might have had Merklin and a couple other guys going out. Could have taken that back to the house. So Sipes dodges a bit of a bullet. And he'll come out with Bellman to his right hip, rolling to the near side, sets his feet, going deep. Sipes overshot everyone.
Well, I think they had the look they wanted, similar to the last throw. They had a wide receiver run a little route down there, a little post pattern, just threw the ball inside toward the hashes. I think if he'd have thrown that to the outside, looked like Brody Davis may have been open. But with the 2 incompletions, they're going to have to give the ball back here to Centerburg.
Trojans offense have not been able to get in any type of a rhythm, though, so far here tonight. So the Freddies, I think, probably content to rely on their D. Just a $122, but that's not going to help. High snap over Moore's head, and Jordan in a lot of trouble. The biggest play so far for the Trojans, and it comes on special teams. Matter of fact, both of their big plays, Mark.
Special teams has been the name of the game. It's what has kept Centerburg in this one. And a huge play there. High snap, wasn't able to field it, couldn't get loose, and they just had 4 or 5 guys there running him down. And they're going to take over in great starting field position here at about the 33-yard line.
And Jordan's just a sophomore. I think he'll learn in the future. He still had a little bit of time and space when you pick that up. Just try to boot that thing out of there, buddy.
Yep. Try to get it out of there. So a loss of about 20 on the play.
And a gift for Jesse Rings in this offense.
So Centerburg special teams comes up big again. Gives them a chance here to try to get some points on the board. As you said, they've struggled all night offensively. They're 1 first down so far, but now they've got 1:22 left in the 1st half. Trojans trying to take it in for the tie.
Ring sends Harris in motion. He's got one-on-one coverage to the top of your screen, but he's going to play action, take it himself for no gain. Big fella Cameron Kolb getting in there, making the stop.
Again, real nice job there. Kolb shedding the blocker, coming off of that, and able to make the play for no gain.
And the referees are calling their own timeout here. I think that they're going to bring in a dry football from the sideline. Drier. I don't think anything out here can be completely dry at this point.
I would guess not, but it does look like the rain has stopped. Still pretty good wind. Centerburg's driving into.
Again, Trevin goes in motion. They'll move the pocket. Here's Rings. Oh, Getches a big block. And he takes it for a minimal gain, but whew.
Wow, no flag on the play. Some extracurricular jawing going on after that hit.
Yeah, we'll slow this down for you. It looked like a clean, legal hit. Yeah, it looks like he caught Gavin Toombs, at least in the front in the numbers there, and not if you catch him even in the side anymore, Mark, that's also called a block in the back. So the referee right on top of it determined that that was a clean play, but nevertheless, Gavin paid the price, and he's a big kid too. 6'5", 220 is what he's listed at.
He's over on the sideline, appears to be okay. Been over trying to shake it off. The play resulted in maybe a gain of a half a yard. Again, there were no flags that were thrown.
Cam Alloway, the senior, was the player responsible for that big block. And, I mean, Toombs got up.
Now they threw a flag. After conversation, 2 flags have been thrown.
And it's going to be offsetting penalties. So in that situation, I guess why even waste the time?
I would guess that those came from we'll call it the conversations that were being had after the block. But again, really late in throwing them, and they're still talking things over.
So when we do get back to action, Trojans got the football at the 34-yard line, 31 ticks remaining. So even though it's 3rd down, it's obviously 4-down territory here. Full complement in the playbook probably at your disposal. And you're right, it looks like the rain's actually completely stopped here for a moment. Are they going to mark off the 15 yards and then mark them right back?
Yes.
Because when he first pointed in the other direction, I was like, you can't just give Fredericktown the ball, I don't think. So, okay. 30 extra steps on the old wristband here for the referees.
Now, on the other side, they still have 2nd down. It should be 3rd down.
Yeah, it definitely should be 3rd. That's what's reflected on the scoreboard here.
But over in the chains.
Well, we'll go with what's official. I'll flip ours to 2nd down. And Rings on the roll, lets it fly, got a guy wide open, and finally he's able to hook up with Trevin Harris, and you see what he can do with the ball in his hands. 1st down pickup And Jesse Rings throwing a dime here on the run.
Nice play there by Rings. Got wide, found his receiver. Was able to spin, get up the field. They're knocking on the door.
Trojans going to take a timeout. And I think they may be out of timeouts, yeah? At least that's what the scoreboard says. Well, it's been a very interesting second quarter,
It's
Mark.
been an interesting second quarter. So here we are, 17 seconds to go. Fredericktown, for the most part, has dominated the game in all aspects except special teams.
Yes.
And here you are with Centerburg with a chance to see if they can find pay dirt and tie this thing up. And the last 17 seconds here of, as you said, a very, very interesting second quarter. It's rivalry week. I mean, in rivalries, what happens? It's craziness that always happens.
Madness out here, Mark.
The madness.
Both of these teams trying to punch their ticket into the postseason. The Freddies, if they win, they are in. Centerburg got to get some help if they pick up a victory. But the Trojans trying to tie things up. Sewell flanks out, Rings, airs it, and it's way underthrown. A flag comes in. We're going to get pass interference. That was Tursky getting wrapped up and pulled down by Hartley.
Well, just had one-on-one here to the short side of the field. Just threw it up. Was going to let his receiver make a play. And again, that wind just knocked that ball down, but receiver couldn't get back to the football. Two flags came flying in.
And so still 11 seconds to play with here, Mark. And the ball's going to be, let's see, they were on the 14, is that right?
They're on the 9.
They were on the 9, okay. So then this should move it to the 4.5. And that gives you bare minimum 2 plays where you can try to go to the end zone.
Well, you know, football fans out there, they've seen enough games in the last few weeks at the college and professional level where teams making bad decisions with time near the goal line. I think it was the Giants game maybe last week where they had a couple opportunities late in the half and weren't able to get their field goal unit on or stop the clock. And so we'll see here if these teams, if Centerburg's a little bit better than some of those teams and calls the right play and can execute here. But as you said, 11 seconds to go. Definitely time for at least 2 plays.
And the Berg did just spend another timeout, so they should come out here with a formation and a look that they certainly are comfortable with and that they like.
Well, again, it looks like they're going to get one-on-one coverage.
Got Tursky down to the bottom of your screen. Harris flanked out to the top. Sewell, the lone back.
See if Harris runs a quick slant here. He's got a lot of room out there if Rings wants to look at him.
It is going to be man across the board, and it's picked off. Trevor Bellman read it across the middle, and the Freddies defense holds on.
What a play by Bellman. He read the tight end releasing off the block, stepped in front of it for the pick.
On senior night, Trevor Bellman making a huge impact play right there. Interception right on the doorstep of the end zone. So the Freddies likely going to take a knee and go into the break with a 14-7 cushion. Here in this 35th edition of the Freddieburg game. Crazy second quarter. We are headed to the half, though, folks, with Fredericktown still in front by a touchdown. Keep it with us, though, as we will have your Knox Community Hospital halftime show coming up that will include performances by both bands, stats analysis, and more. You're watching live and free high school football on the OH Report.
Hey, this is Pastor Dave Vance from Crossroads Church. We are a church that gathers together, that raises up disciples and reaches out to those far from God. We pursue gospel impact in our communities and around the world. So when we say we're a church that feels like family, it's an invitation to be a part of something bigger, something greater, something eternal. And we want you to be a part of it. We hope you'll join us. Visit our website at crossroadswire.com for service times at a location near you.
At Knox Community Hospital, your primary care physician is more than someone who delivers your test results, more than someone who writes prescriptions, more than someone who listens to your heart. We are your healthcare partner who takes the time to know you, listen to your concerns, and provide you with expert personalized care to make and keep you well. Because to us, you're more than just numbers on a chart. You're a neighbor and a friend. Knox Community Hospital, in the community, for the community.
Man, I wish I was out there.
Let's unretire.
That's why I'm at.
Hey, Grandpa! Grandpa? I still got it.
Hey, I need that senior discount.
I'm good right here, bro.
Unretirement? Who'd be dumb enough to do that?
Take a look at all the action from Friday Night Football right here in North Central Ohio with great analysis, highlights, coach interviews, and so much more every single Friday night right here on the OH Report.
Happy Halloween!
Good evening, Freddieburg families. Under the direction of Andrew Hollenball, Jessica Overholt, Chris Phillips, and led by Field Commander Emma Clark and Band President Cole Hamilton, we proudly present the Fredericktown High School Marching Band. We're opening this evening's show with this country. We hope you enjoy our rendition of Life is a was a #2 hit on the U.S. Billboard Hot 100 in 2009. This song was made popular again by the music superstar Taylor Swift during her most recent Eras tour. Here's You Belong With Me. for this evening was first released in 1971 and it was an immediate success. It has continued to sell with over 1.6 million digital copies in the United States. Tonight we feature the senior class of 2024 as the band honors the legendary John Denver with Take Me Home, Country Roads.
Hey, this is Pastor Dave Vance from Crossroads Church. We are a church that gathers together, that raises up disciples and reaches out to those far from God. We pursue gospel impact in our communities and around the world. So when we say we're a church that feels like family, it's an invitation to be a part of something bigger, something greater, something eternal. And we want you to be a part of it. We hope you'll join us. Visit our website at crossroadswire.com for service times at a location near you.
At Knox Community Hospital, your primary care physician is more than someone who delivers your test results, more than someone who writes prescriptions, more than someone who listens to your heart. We are your healthcare partner who takes the time to know you, listen to your concerns, and provide you with expert personalized care to make and keep you well. Because to us, you're more than just numbers on a chart. You're a neighbor and a friend. Knox Community Hospital, in the community, for the community.
Man, I wish I was out there.
Let's unretire.
That's why I'm at.
Hey, Grandpa! Grandpa? I still got it.
Hey, I need that senior discount.
I'm good right here, bro.
Unretirement? Who'd be dumb enough to do that?
Take a look at all the action from Friday Night Football right here in North Central Ohio with great analysis, highlights, coach interviews, and so much more every single Friday night right here on the OH Report.
Happy Halloween!
We welcome you inside the Knox Community Hospital halftime show. I'm Brian Skowronski. Mark Bollinger hanging out with me here tonight in what was a very rainy Fredericktown. Now it's just kind of a chilly Fredericktown. I think the weather having equal impact kind of on both sides, though, here tonight. Nobody's really kind of benefited more than the other. Is that fair to say?
I would say that's fair to say. Yeah, tough conditions for both teams.
Yes. But the turnovers, definitely a big factor here tonight, or at least the special teams plays, as we will show you in our halftime statistics, brought to you by KCH. And just 3 first downs for the Trojans. Didn't have a ton of offense, but they definitely made the most out of their special teams opportunities.
They did. They had the kickoff return for the touchdown, for their lone touchdown of the night. You got just 58 total yards. But, again, you've only got 58 total yards, but you're only down by a touchdown. So if you're Centerburg, you have to feel good that you didn't play very clean first half. You had a lot of penalty yards, as you see there. You had a turnover in the end zone. 58 yards of total offense, and yet you're only down by a score.
And then on the other side for Fredericktown, they were able to move the ball pretty effectively on a couple of drives, 159 total for them here tonight. But probably the biggest play so far, that Trevor Bellman interception on the 1-yard line to keep this a one-score game.
Huge play by Bellman. Great job of reading the quarterback's eyes, saw the tight end release off of his block, made the play in the end zone to preserve this 7-point lead as the Freddies get ready here to see if they can hold on here in an important Week 10 matchup.
As we've mentioned a time or two tonight, Fredericktown can indeed get their way into the postseason with a win guaranteed. Centerburg as well can still punch their ticket to Week 11. They would need some help, though, along with a victory. So with this being a rivalry game, a little bit more at stake. Last year, this is a pretty sexy matchup, of course, with Centerburg having an opportunity to win the KMAC outright and then also clinch a home playoff game. Fredericktown, the winner 2 years ago. And over the course of the 34 times they've played each side with 17 victories, this is the deciding one here tonight. As we've got a completed pass here to open up second half action.
So a little bit different look here for Centerburg. They come out and immediately go to the air, driving into this stiff wind, this breeze. It's blowing out of the west, but they immediately put it in the air in their first play and come up with a nice little completion, 8-yard gain, bring up second and short.
Trevin Harris on the reception. And again, back to pass. Here comes Rings, rolling to his left. Fakes it to the outside. He tucks it.
They ripped the ball out.
Wow, what a play. Gavin Toombs took it right out of his hands. And Fredericktown with their second turnover here of the night.
What a play by Gavin Toombs. Chasing the play, didn't give up on it. The ball was just hanging out there, and he just ripped it free.
Wow. Special play right there by the sophomore, who, if you'll remember, at the end of that second quarter, took that big hit. He was down there for a while. Bouncing back nicely here to get the Freddies in scoring position early in the third.
The Trojans with back-to-back drives ending in turnovers. And a short field here for the Freddies to open up their first drive of quarter number 3.
It's a high snap. Sipes with the fake. He picks up 2 on the play. Tackled on the play by Brody Andrews. And a nice sure tackle by him.
Blake Green, offensive lineman, coming up, was limping a little bit there. We'll have to keep an eye on that. This battle in the trenches, high snap.
Sipes able to handle it, and it was a design quarterback run to the right side. Might have lost a half yard on it.
Good tackle out there. So Centerburg defense rising to the occasion. First 2 plays, -1 yards here for Fredericktown to bring up third and about 11. See if the Trojans can find a way to get themselves off the field on the defensive side.
Freddie's offense might have 2 plays to try to pick up this first down. So they'll bring Toombs in motion. And Sipes looking that way. Punt fakes, now lobs it up. Gavin. Ton of Freddies over there on the play, or excuse me, Centerburg defenders. Triple coverage that time. Jesse Rings nearly rose up and picked that thing off to bring up 4th down here in decision time for the Fredericktown coaching staff.
And I understand that, you're at the 36-yard line, but I'm not sure if I'd go for it, but they're going to. Instead of playing field position, they're going to see if they can make a play here. Oh, you're going to quick kick it.
And it's going to be Sipes. Takes a nice big hop and out of the back of the end zone. So Centerburg's defense does their job. They're going to get the football back for their O.
Yeah. Nice job there, like you said, by the Trojans. Quick change with the turnover in their own half of the field, and they were able to come up with a stop. A lot of credit here to the defenses.
And we've seen that quarterback punt here become a bit more of a thing over about like the last 7-8 years. And I hadn't seen that really previously, and now if you got a kid that you know is a good athlete, and Sipes didn't give it away either. He didn't step back like 7 or 8 yards behind, so decent job of trying to flip the field here.
Absolutely.
From their own 20, Rings play action. Throws a head fake and wrapped up down low. Going to be sacked in the backfields.
Well,
Freddies all over it.
That's the pressure there by Fredericktown. Rings didn't even have a chance to set his feet and scan the field. The pressure was there. Had to tuck it and try to get upfield a little bit. 6-yard loss.
Pressure coming from every single side there. Jonathan Burns credited with the sack. 6-yard loss on the play. Minimal gain here on second down as they try to run it straight ahead.
Fredericktown defense just sitting there waiting on that. And again, seems like we've said this a lot tonight, but Centerburg in 3rd and long. Definitely what the Freddie defense wants.
That was Kalen Lemaster with the last carry. Been dealing with a knee injury all season as Rings airs it out. Tursky makes the adjustment. Does he make the catch?
Looks like he got his feet in. They're ruling it a catch.
What a play here by Mason Tursky. Boy, that ball hung in the air like a kite in the wind, Mark. Somehow, some way, the defender didn't get his head around, and then Tursky, you see here, just making eye contact with Rings. Comes back and a little toe drag swag.
Nice catch. 1st down, 4th one of the night there for the Trojans.
Tursky's been their big play guy all year, and they're looking for him again, but Rings has to come back opposite side and way underthrown.
Again, good pressure here by the Freddies. Devin Witt in there forced the quick throw.
So Rings in the offense now. Coming out with a 4-wide set. They'll keep Lemaster in at tailback, flanked out to the left hip here of Rings. And he'll be the lead block, opening things up, but Jesse getting met by old Lane Warner, who had a monster first half.
Jesse
was
was
the same here.
Jesse was not going to get the ball stripped out from him, that time another fumble. He had both hands on that thing, had that thing secured. He wanted to make sure Gavin Toombs was not in the area and going to strip that thing out from behind. And, of course, after the turnover late in the first half and the fumble, I'm sure the coaches were probably in his ear about taking care of the football. And he did. He wrapped it up, got a gain of a couple.
They'll move the pocket here for Jesse. And cannot seem to find anybody now. Dumps it off. I think it got picked off by Warner.
You're right. It was
Lane Warner coming up with the football, and the 3rd takeaway tonight by the Freddies D. Gotta see this one again.
Well, it looked like Rings just tried to make a little 2-yard toss over the top there when he ran out of room. I thought he was going to tuck it and run right there. Oh,
wow.
Looked like
it definitely got tipped. Warner right there.
Tipped, and Warner again making a big play.
Just got to be around the football, and we've seen Lane do that all night.
So 3rd turnover in the night. And the Trojan defense back out on the field. At some point here, Fredericktown coaching staff has got to just want to capitalize on these turnovers and try to get this to a 2-score lead. And a flag comes flying.
Couple of first half scores for you guys that I think might surprise you. In the Devil Dog game down in Danville, 6-6 at the half.
Okay. Competitive as expected.
Bulldogs have one heck of a defense. Definitely didn't think they were going to get steamrolled, but to hold that Danville offense at just 6 points, I did see the forecast down there. It looked like they were getting even a little bit heavier rain than we were, Mark. Big impact.
Big impact.
Elsewhere in the KMAC, Northmore, 21-0 lead over Loudonville at the half. Sipes might have just re-gifted possession.
Looked like it just skipped just underneath the defender, but another dangerous throw there.
And that's Hayden Love who trying to make the argument that he came up with the interception. Mark, let's check this out.
Little play action thrown off his back foot. He tried to sell it.
And no benefit of replay for them. Didn't even have a good enough look here to make a determination on our end. So it'll just be an incomplete pass. 2nd down, 10 on the way here for the Freddies O.
Both teams opening it up a little bit more here in the second half. With the rain stopping, putting the ball in the air a little bit.
Option look for Sipes. Shot out of a cannon as a flag shoots in there late as well.
There's some serious yardage, not only in the penalties, but in the distance that those flags are flying. Some of these officials have some really good arms out there.
This guy's clearly training the offseason, Mark. They're ready. This is beyond midseason form, getting ready for playoff action.
So it looks like we have one in the middle of the field and maybe one on the Centerburg sideline. Okay. Personal foul. So the penalties continue to stack up for the Trojans.
As do the turnovers. 3 of them now on the night. Fredericktown looking to capitalize off of this one, as they should get a fresh set of downs here and invade even deeper into Trojan territory. And you see just the way that the referee's walking out there. That part of the field's pretty chewed up.
It's pretty chewed up. It is definitely going to play a factor right out in there. When we're getting that torrential rain, seems like the teams couldn't get out of that area, and definitely can tell where they were playing it during that time. But Fredericktown going to try to keep it on the ground here.
Oh, Sipes had nowhere to go. LeMaster coming in from the backside, disrupted that one before it had a chance to even get started. And wasn't sure if LeMaster was going to be a go here tonight. He sat out, I want to say, at least the last 3 weeks.
He looked healthy there, shot the gap and made a nice tackle.
And what a difference maker. Talking to Andy Colella, he had such a huge week 1, gets hurt on a PAT in week 2, and just hasn't been the same. He's been in and out of the lineup since then. As here's a quick dump off. Nice connection from Sipes, finding Roush out of the backfield for a first down.
Nice job by the Freddies with the play fake and play action, getting the defenders to bite, and just slips out and creates another first down for Fredericktown.
Rings finally able to wrestle him out of bounds, but not until after he got inside of the 10-yard line. There's a 1st and goal on the way here for the Fredericktown offense. Smelling blood right now. Sipes hands it off. This is Roush. He's able to push forward for a gain of around 4. A couple of jump cuts in traffic there by Elijah. Try to inch his way closer to pay dirt as we're approaching the midway point here of this 3rd quarter. Fredericktown has forced a pair of takeaways here in this 3rd. And Sipes with some extra effort gets the Freddies within about 3 yards now of the end zone.
Yeah, Sipes has been impressive tonight. The yards after contact, he's just carried defenders multiple times tonight. There's another example where he hit the line and met some resistance, but he just kept those feet moving and just fell forward again and gets him to within a few yards of a touchdown.
Very physical runner for a sophomore.
He's a very tough young man.
170 pounds is what he's listed at. And the Freddies get the play in here. 14 seconds showing on the play clock. And they'll get set with 5, so Sipes will have to get the snap here in a hurry. He'll roll left, looking to throw to the end zone, and he's got his man Bellman for 6.
Great play design. He rolled left, run pass option. Linebacker steps up and going to stop the run, and Sipes just tosses it over the top. for another Fredericktown touchdown.
Second touchdown toss tonight for Sipe. He's got a trio, including his rushing score. And you see he gets checked at the line of scrimmage, did Bellman. But then the linebacker just let him loose. Freddie's trying to go on top by 14. And it looked like Centerburg might have got a piece of it, but the damage has been done. Fredericktown cashing in the turnover as they now lead it 20-7.
Are you ready for the comeback?
Hey, this is Pastor Dave Vance from Crossroads Church. We are a church that gathers together, that raises up disciples and reaches out to those far from God. We pursue gospel impact in our communities and around the world. So when we say we're a church that feels like family, it's an invitation to be a part of something bigger, something greater, something eternal. And we want you to be a part of it. We hope you'll join us. Visit our website at crossroadswire.com for service times at a location near you.
Yeah, it's the comeback. Are you ready for the comeback?
What a momentum swing here in this third quarter. Fredericktown, who comes away with the squib kick after Blake Sipes just threw his second touchdown of the night, capitalizing off of a turnover, and that was a point of emphasis for both of us in our keys to the game tonight, Mark. So far, the Freddies owning a 3-0 advantage in that department.
Yeah, it's been so big here in Fredericktown. The first couple, they weren't able to take advantage of. The first one into the half in the end zone. Understand that they ran out the clock, but then they forced a turnover early in the third quarter. Couldn't capitalize, but that time they got the turnover. They were able to punch it in, expand their lead to 20-7, and have somewhat taken control here in the third quarter, especially if they can get another stop.
Trojans definitely got to seesaw the momentum back in their favor to try to get back into this football game.
I wonder if you'll see the Trojans kind of go back to more of a run-oriented attack here after a couple of quick turnovers, see if they can get something going on the ground a little bit.
Well, one thing's for sure, this very well could be the very last game of the career of Kalen LeMaster, so he's going to stay out there, I think, and give this a go for the rest of the night. They're going to fake it to him, though, on first down, and there's just nowhere to run here for Jesse Rings.
Again, both teams done a good job up the middle tonight for the most part. Seems like both teams have had a little bit of success when they can get to the edge. But, again, continuing to try to hit that off-tackle play. Just not a lot there.
They'll motion Tursky back into the slot. And they're going to throw opposite side, and it looks like he's going to be bobbled and dropped. Trying to find Harris. And it's quickly 3rd and long.
A little quick out there, 4 or 5 yarder. Hit him in the hands, just couldn't come up with it. So bring up 3rd and 9. Third down conversion rate's going to struggle on nights like this when you're continually facing 3rd and long.
Ring steps up, looking for Tursky, batted down, and a flag. You see Grant Hartley. He's got that Bosa look on his face like, what?
It looked like Hartley waited till the offensive player had passed him and then reached through with that front hand. Didn't see a lot of contact or any holding on there, but flag flies, and first down via penalty here.
And the referees maybe manipulated a little bit there by Mason Tursky, who was throwing up his hands and definitely sold it like he was getting held. So huge play as it results in a first down now for the Trojans, who are in danger of having a 3-and-out fresh off the Freddie touchdown. New life now for the offense, and it's LeMaster. Right side, and you see the acceleration of this kid. Big burst for 6.
Quick burst for 6. Saw that little gap over the right side, and he hit it quick.
And Kalen LeMaster, early in the season, one of the leading rushers in the KMAC. As mentioned, definitely been limited due to injury. Had to sit out more than half the season. But here in week 10 into Freddieburg, putting it all on the line. As he'll have it for a second time, first down and more. Inside the 35-yard line. And the Trojans offense on the move now.
And another nice run there by LeMaster. They're going to start maybe feeding the hot hand. Good push on that right side. LeMaster, nobody touched him until he was near the first down marker. Move the chains. 5th first down of the night for the Trojans.
Quick snap, and maybe not a good idea. Toombs in there for the sack.
That play action, the quick snap, and Freddies were just through that line so quick. Rings had no time.
Cameron Coble as well coming in. Get a half piece of that sack lunch as it goes for a 5-yard loss. And now Rings to the outside, connecting with Harris. Keeps his feet, spins away. And Harris diving inside the 20-yard line for another big first down.
He got his hand down to keep his balance. At first I thought his knee touched, but he didn't. Kept his balance. Worked ahead. First down. The drive continues.
So the junior Harris making another big play in the passing game. As the Trojans inside the red zone for just the second time tonight. Turned it over their previous trip. And they'll get a little bit of help as we're going to get the Freddies lined up in the neutral zone. Be 5 yards now on a first down play for the Centerburg O.
Our 17th penalty of the night tonight. 9 of them for Fredericktown.
Here comes Kalen LeMaster to the near side. A flag comes in, and he bursts into the end zone.
We're going to have another hold. So great run by LeMaster, but it's going to be negated by the holding call.
You see the flag coming in way back at the 15-yard line. So we didn't catch it there on our instant replay. So many impactful penalties. You think about just on this drive alone, kept it alive on a third down with the pass interference, and now wiping 6 points off the board.
Yeah. 2 steps forward, 2 steps back.
Which on the dance floor, I mean, that's a heck of a move,
Mark. It is a great move.
But out here, not
maybe later on a Friday night, but not during game time.
No, not now. First and 15. Kalen again somehow knifing through as he got skinny, and he bolts forward for a 9-yard pickup.
Well, I think if you're the Trojans right now, you found your offense. Put the ball in his hands and let him do some work. Had a couple of nice runs a couple minutes ago. Had the touchdown run negated. Now they come right back to him on second long. First long, he got a nice pickup there. Again, you found the hot hand. Just continue to feed him.
And this actually, we're looking back to try to find the hold, and I just didn't see it, Mark. And on this play, LeMaster met basically right after he took the exchange, and Roush and company converged to help make the stop. Third down.
An important play here for the Trojans, down 20-7. Keep this drive alive inside the 20. We're wrapping up quarter number 3.
And they're going to give it to Kalen. Again, lowers the boom, flies inside the 10. And real close to first down yardage. Yeah, they're going to move the chains, Mark. First and goal on the way.
Well, you mentioned the burst, and it was obvious right there. Took the handoff, good blocking there on the trap, and boom, hit the hole and dove forward. First down inside the 10 here for the Trojans.
And after being seldom used in the first half, you got to imagine that Kalen really pleaded his case in the locker room to Coach Kalel and company and just said, yo, this could be it for me. Let Booby spin.
Well, they found some success, and they're going to find some more right here.
Able to catch the edge, fighting his way down to the 4-yard line. LeMaster making a huge impact here in this third quarter now.
Tried to get up the middle, saw it was not there, so he bounced it outside. Under 20 here to go in the third.
And he's going to get caught in the backfield this time. Jesse Rings probably didn't make the right decision there as Jonathan Burns burst in, took care of business immediately.
Yep, just a little indecision there by Rings, and that was one of those I think he wish he could have back. He could have pulled that out of his belly and taken it on a little bootleg to the right, and he would have had some green grass in front of him, but that brings quarter number 3 to an end.
We are headed to money time. Trojans in scoring position, but got some work to do in the fourth.
Are you ready for the comeback?
At Knox Community Hospital, your primary care physician is more than someone who delivers your test results, more than someone who writes prescriptions, more than someone who listens to your heart. We are your healthcare partner who takes the time to know you, listen to your concerns, and provide you with expert personalized care to make and keep you well. Because to us, you're more than just numbers on a chart. You're a neighbor and a friend. Knox Community Hospital, in the community, for the community.
Hey, this is Pastor Dave Vance from Crossroads Church. We are a church that gathers together, that raises up disciples and reaches out to those far from God. We pursue gospel impact in our communities and around the world. So when we say we're a church that feels like family, it's an invitation to be a part of something bigger, something greater, something eternal. And we want you to be a part of it. We hope you'll join us. Visit our website at crossroadswire.com for service times at a location near you.
And it's the comeback. Are you ready for the comeback?
Key third down play on the way here for the Centerburg offense, who have drove down into scoring position. And they're going to put it in the hand that Jesse Rings lost his footing. And he's dropped down, obviously nowhere near what they needed. It's a goal-to-go situation, but one more down still to go.
Yeah, definitely no real decision to make here. They're going to keep the offense on the field. 3 doesn't do them a whole lot of good, so they'll keep the field goal unit on the sidelines, and we'll see if they can punch it in here on 4th down and goal from the 4-yard line. Big play here in this ball game.
There goes Sewell from left to right. Low snap, handled by Rings, lobs to the end zone, and the Berg's in there. We've got a 1-score game here in the Freddieburg rivalry.
Credit to Jesse Rings' low snap. He was able to pick it up, almost hit the ground, got out to the left flat, and dumped it in for a touchdown.
Tristan Hankinson coming up with the TD reception. See it all go down here on the Webb's Marathon and Automotive replay. As they brought Sewell in motion, low snap, big credit to Rings. And not seeing the PAT is actually up and through. But you see Hankinson sneaking out. A lot of space for him. And a ginormous touchdown here for the Trojans.
Yeah, all the action was going to the right side of the field, and Rings rolled left, and Centerburg able to punch it in, make it a 6-point ball game.
Now you start thinking about that missed extra point if you're a Fredericktown fan, and we'll show you the made extra point here. Special teams has definitely favored the Berg all night. And this is what we were hoping for in this rivalry, I think, Mark. One-score game, fourth quarter. Offensively now, Trojans starting to get it going. About to kick it back off to the sophomore quarterback. He's kind of been the special offensive weapon tonight. This is good stuff.
Yeah, who's going to step up here in the fourth quarter and make a big play? And somebody on one of these two teams is going to make a play. It's going to possibly change whether this becomes a win or a loss. And that football is going to
oh, man.
It's going to work its way in.
Just trickled its way in. You saw Grant Hartley. I bet his heart rate was just bursting through the roof. Whole gang of Trojans cruising at 100-mile-an-hour at him, and he's like, please just take one more rotation.
Just rotate in.
Going to check in on some of our other KMAC games going down live and free tonight. If you do want to flip around and see what else is going on in the league, we've got the Devil Dog game going. And still 6-6 with about a minute to go in regulation in that one. Wow. What a game changer that would be if East Knox were to knock off, I think, state ranked number 4, Danville.
You hear it all the time in this commentators that you talk about it, and sometimes it's ad nauseum, but it's like you throw out the records, you get into rivalry week, and just crazy, unexpected things happen. Teams play over their heads, and obviously what a great one again you're seeing tonight in that rivalry.
Bit of a larger margin over at the Castle where we have Travis Berardi and Ken Parent. 28-0 is Northmore's lead over Loudonville. As look at this pile move and run. I mean, that was like 4 or 5 extra yards after contacts here. Just watch this scrum. Let's count all the bodies in here too, Mark. There's 22 on the field. I mean, that's a good 18 of them.
And they let it go. Usually, they're blowing that whistle dead when they get that many bodies in there. They let that one go. Pickup of 11.
So the clock stops. 10:25 to go here in regulation at Fredericktown Stadium. Field conditions holding up pretty well, at least it looks like from our vantage point. But in this part of the stadium is definitely where it's, you need some Clorox bleach if you go rolling around in here. And Sipes had a little bit of trouble, I think, with the fake here.
Yeah, he got a little bit of a push there.
Yeah, kind of an unusual play all the way around with Elijah Roush just pushing his quarterback into the mix.
Well, and I think protecting a 6-point lead at this point, you're just going to see Fredericktown continue to put the ball in Sipes, or keep the ball in Sipes' hand and just try to grind it out like they did in that first quarter. Give him a lot of rushing attempts here. No chance. I don't think they were ready for the snap.
Yeah, this is 2 plays in a row for Sipes. Just looked a bit odd. LeMaster involved there as he pushes him backwards to make this a huge 3rd down.
They were fortunate the ball didn't hit the player coming in motion. I think it was Toombs was coming in motion, and yeah. Sipes is looking at his center like, hey, you want to count early.
So the Trojans D trying to get the football back for their offense, coming off of arguably their best drive of the night. As Sipes looks like he's loading up, going over the middle, had his man, but it's dropped. What a tough break right there.
Well, they dialed up the pass pattern that they wanted, and they got the look, and Centerburg in zone coverage, and right there just couldn't convert it, and it would have been good enough for a 1st down. Instead, the punting unit's going to come on. Punting into this wind. So Centerburg should get really good field position here. Of course, first thing is you have to handle the punt without bobbling it. Straight up.
And the Freddies will down it at the 48-yard line. So as you mentioned, fabulous starting field position here for Trojans offense, who they're starting to rock and roll a little bit. They've got Kalen LeMaster heavily involved, and this kid's showing you why he was kind of a preseason pick to be a first-team all-conference selection.
Yeah, 17-yard punt. It's going to lead Centerburg to taking the ball over here, as you said, on their own 48-yard line. Outstanding field position, chance to put it together and see if they can get it into the end zone and take a lead here late in the fourth quarter.
Spread the Freddies defense out. Now flank out LeMaster. It's going to be a quick throw to him and just a little bit in front.
Well, and just as they take the snap, you see the rain start again, and from our angle, we were right on that. He wide open, made a good throw. The wind just took it forward and became an incompletion. Ball just sailed. So great play design. Looked like it was going to be executed perfectly, but Mother Nature had something to do with that and bring up 2nd and 10.
LeMaster barrels forward into Fredericktown territory. Gain of maybe 5 on the play.
Well, for Centerburg, it goes back to can they take care of themselves here? You know, self-inflicted wounds, 3 turnovers tonight, 9 penalties. You know, those penalties, you said earlier, they're drive killers. You know, all of a sudden, you know, your 2nd and 5 becomes, you know, 3rd and 15, 2nd and 15. Those behind the sticks makes it difficult. They've got to take care of things here and keep it clean.
Bring a man into the slot, another low snap. And how about Kalen LeMaster just churning forward? He's going to be about a yard shy.
That was close. Almost had his quarterback, Rings, almost had his knee on the ground on the low snap. But LeMaster just pushed forward. Going to be just a yard or yard and a half too short.
And a crucial play on the way with 7:45 and counting remaining here at Fredericktown Stadium.
It's cold, windy, and rainy, but there's some energy in the stadium here on this big 4th down.
Freddie's kind of stacking the box too. And they put in the hand of their senior. LeMaster stacked up, driven back, and not going to get it.
Big hit. I believe it was Mr. Warner and Mr. Toombs who met there at the line of scrimmage and drove him back.
Freddie's defense comes up big right here and just made a muck there in the middle of the field. As Bellman comes in, pushes him back.
They're going to give him some forward progress here. They're going to bring the chains out and measure it.
Well, it appears like he's about a half yard shy from up here. And Fredericktown moms, I mean, yeah, cover your hair and your eyes, kids. Not real thrilled that we're even getting this measurement.
Yeah, it looked like, I didn't think he even got back to the line of scrimmage from our viewpoint, but he's going to be short.
Yeah, not close.
Big stop by the Freddie defense. After the short punt, Centerburg takes over 52 yards from pay dirt and a chance to go ahead, and Fredericktown defense rises up and gets a stop on 4th down. And offense comes back out to take over.
And still 6-6. We are in overtime in the Devil Dog game. I can't look away, Mark. I got to get focused. All right, put down that game. But I see that there's about 700 people watching that one. That's a big finish out there in Danville. But a huge rivalry here in this one as well. These two communities separated by just 17 miles. Met every year for the last 35.
3-yard loss on 1st down.
And now Sipes from the gun rolls right, airs it out over the middle, tipped and nearly picked. but there's flags all over the place. That was Tommy Haas who nearly squeezed that one. And it would have counted too. Hold against the Freddies. Trojans going to accept. But look at how close this was. Ooh.
Yeah.
What a great read.
Yeah. Well, I understand that you may be getting the look you want to go to something in your passing game, but with, again, the wind blowing and the rain that's been coming down and the way your defense is playing, if I'm Fredericktown, I don't know if I'm going to put the ball in the air again. Put it in the hands of my offensive line and my defense. See if we can get a few first downs here. If not, see if the defense can, rise up and hold them again. But
Sipes on a third down, design quarterback run, and he's got a lot of space, catches a block. Here goes Blake Sipes bursting into enemy territory, and he's going to get ghost in spooky season. 60-yard house call. Wow, what a run by the sophomore.
Great job by Sipes. Drop back, quarterback draw, huge gap. I didn't catch his number on the replay. We're going to have to see it, but someone made a great block at the second level.
I think it was Elijah
I think
Roush.
It was Roush. Great block by Roush. Sprung him free. And as you said, house call for the sophomore.
Game-changing play. And now going for two.
What a difference a play makes. The last play, almost an interception. Comes back the next one and takes it 60 yards to expand the lead for his ball club.
Trying to make it a 14-point differential, and it's going to be a bit underthrown, but the damage is done. Blake Sipes getting a big block there at the second level. And the Speed Demon taking it all the way for a huge score.
Are you ready for the comeback?
Hey, this is Pastor Dave Vance from Crossroads Church. We are a church that gathers together, that raises up disciples and reaches out to those far from God. We pursue gospel impact in our communities and around the world. So when we say we're a church that feels like family, it's an invitation to be a part of something bigger, something greater, something eternal. And we want you to be a part of it. We hope you'll join us. Visit our website at crossroadswire.com for service times at a location near you.
Yeah, it's the comeback. Are you ready for the comeback?
60 yards and a pile of mud out here for Blake Sipes. 4 touchdowns for the sophomore. And the Fredericktown Freddies looking like they're going to close out Week 10 with a win here over their rival in Centerburg, but plenty of time still remaining. Don't count those chickens till they hatch. As the senior bellman comes up with the stop there in special teams. I am Brian Skowronski, Mark Bollinger with me here tonight at the Freddie Nest. Had a lot of great back and forth. That last play, you got to be expecting the quarterback Sipes to take off and run, so I think the Trojans, well, I don't know what they were thinking necessarily because it definitely opened up there for Mark where they were playing the pass.
Yeah, and you also give a lot of credit to the Fredericktown offensive line. Does a great job of executing the play call. But yeah, Sipes has carried it over 20 times tonight and coming right, off the following play of where he almost got picked off. He made a great play, great execution, took it to the house, and Centerburg's going to have to strike quick here. Not a lot of time.
Saw Rings bouncing in the pocket.
Got a
now
guy
he
open.
Gets to the second level and got Isaiah Sewell.
Nice throw and catch.
It's a home and kitchen supply first down. And you got to credit now Centerburg's offensive line holding steady, not allowing the 4 guys up front to break through and get any type of pressure on their signal caller. And he's able to find Sewell for a huge gain.
Well, we've talked constantly about the wind tonight coming out of the west, and The Centerburg has the wind at their back here, so they're going to be able to air it out a little bit here if they want to. And with the time and score situation, I'm sure that's what you're going to see.
So the referee spot the ball. And they'll motion LeMaster back into the backfield as Rings fakes to him. And we'll get another hold. That's definitely been the favorite call of the night. So that's going to back them up 10 yards. Make this a bit more challenging as we're basically right at the midway point here of fourth quarter action. 6:03 remaining on the clock. So there is plenty of time here for the Trojans to try to get back into this ball game.
Yeah, plenty of time. Centerburg tried to come back and tried to run the same play that Fredericktown used for that 60-yard touchdown. Well, they faked the jet sweep and quarterback draw up the middle. He had good space, but the penalty brings it back.
Move the pocket, Rings on the run, and he's picked off again. Second time tonight that the Birds have been able to pick him off. Cirque Parker with the pick. Oh, the third time tonight.
Yep, fourth turnover of the night. 3 interceptions. He just underthrew it a little bit.
And I mean, it's spooky season. That looked more like a Christmas gift. I mean, right to him.
Well, and I think, again, gosh, I think the weather's playing such a large role in this because several times tonight with the wind at their back, we've seen the quarterbacks who've thrown it and the ball sailed on them. And I think he tried to put a little touch on it, and I don't think that wind took it the way he thought. And the ball came up short, and there was Fredericktown for the interception. Now a chance just to grind it out here and run the clock and try to finish out with a win in this rivalry game.
Fredericktown can just salt away a few minutes here. Obviously, if they can pick up a first down or two, that's when they can kind of put the baby to bed early.
Yeah, still 15 seconds on the play clock. I'm sure they're going to take their time here. Let that thing get under 5 seconds before they snap it.
Sipes from the gun, fakes, and finds a crease to the right side. And a little hurdle there at the end of the run, but it's a big first down here for the Fredericktown offense. With the clock stopping, 5:01. Chain gang on the move. Looks like we've got a Freddie shaken up, and it's Blake Sipes. Well, you saw just how rudely he got tackled at the end of that thing.
Well, it's my first chance to see Fredericktown this year, and I've been really impressed by the sophomore quarterback. He's done a real nice job throwing the ball, tough kid, getting yards after contact, and he's holding his right shoulder.
And I can confirm Danville winning in overtime as they stop East Knox on their first offensive possession of OT. So the Blue Devils 10-0 outright KMAC champions for the first time ever. And LeMaster darts in there. Blew up Elijah in the backfield.
Sipes is going to make his way back out on the field into the huddle. He wants to finish this one out.
Yeah, they had Trevor Bellman spelling him for that last snap. And you see Blake still holding that right shoulder. But you would expect he's tough enough to have a couple of handoffs here over the last 4 minutes.
Yeah, I would expect the ball's going to be handed off here.
Rain starting to fly again, and the wind really picking up. And as the flag flies, I mean, they're letting Sipes keep it in his hands. Wow.
Now, I'm interested to watch this replay. That flag flew, it seemed like literally in the first 2 seconds or second of the play. I mean, it was snapped, and before he got 4 or 5 yards, boom, flag was out.
Yeah, it's been about 50-50 for me being able to pick up on where the holding has been coming. Referees are down there on the field, have an incredible view, of course, compared to our vantage point. But there have been just a lot more holding calls than I think in a typical football game tonight.
Yeah, and they'll decline the penalty because of the loss of yardage. Yeah, that would have been Fredericktown's 11th penalty of the night. Whew. Centerburg only with 9. Only
right.
9.
Yeah, it's been sloppy in more ways than one out there. As Sipes off the design quarterback keeper again, and unbelievably, well, actually no, kind of used to the flags coming in now. Let's see. I mean, gosh. And they're saying that that's on Cameron Coble. I don't think so.
Well, with the yardage being short of the first down, looks like Centerburg is going to decline it and bring up 4th down. So they're going to take the play.
And they're going to burn a timeout here now too, Mark. So it'll bring up 4th down, about 15 maybe. Should be 4th down, but I see the down marker shows 3rd, and so does the scoreboard. Here on the OH Report, we got it right. We think. But man, what a night for these rivalry games with the Devil Dog needing overtime for Danville to pull it out. Fredericktown, yeah, it is 4th down indeed. Chance to get the upper hand in the series, go 18-17 in favor. And then also get that gorgeous Freddieburg trophy back. It's only been in existence for the last 2 seasons, and both teams that I talked to, they were just like, man, we really want that at our place for the next year.
Yeah. Bragging rights are nice. A trophy makes it even nicer.
Buddy. Gives you that visual bragging rights. Sipe just going to take the quick snap and punt it, and this time it's going to work out very well as it lays the rest at the 10-yard line as Bellman dusts it off. And so the Berg, with 3:15 remaining, got to score in a hurry. But we've seen the offense moving here the last quarter and a half of this second stanza.
We haven't. You know, if there was ever weather conditions in a situation where crazy things could happen in 3 minutes, this is definitely the night. If they could, you know, one defender slips and falls down, you get a big play here and score. Onside kick, a lot can happen in 3 minutes.
So you're telling me there's a chance?
I'm telling you there's a chance. They're going to come out and go 5 wide.
Jesse Rings has been handling those low snaps like a champion tonight. Overshot his intended target and almost his 4th pick of the night.
Yeah, decent protection. Was able to take the low snap, stepped up in the pocket, was pretty clean. Just threw it a little bit high. Tip ball almost came up with by Elijah Roush. I think Centerburg might take here in the next couple plays. You think they're gonna have to take a shot deep.
Rings running for his life, not gonna have the opportunity here as he's slung down rudely by Coble. Brings up 3rd down.
And on the bad news here for Centerburg is, you know, Fredericktown knows what's coming, and they're just pinning their ears back and letting that defensive line go to work. And they were able to get to him that time. The clock continues to run on the sack. Centerburg losing valuable time here, trying to get the play call in, substitutions.
Play clock now down to 10. Rings fakes it to Sewell, loads up, got tipped. So as you see on the Webb's replay, pressure coming in, and Gavin Toombs leaps up, got that big left paw on it.
Toombs and Warner called their name a lot tonight on the defensive side of things.
This is it now for the Trojans. Timeout taken by Centerburg, knowing that they're down to potentially their last snap.
Well, I understand, 2 minutes to go. If you don't convert here, you're basically giving Fredericktown the ball on the 5-yard line. But, if you're going to have any chance to win, you definitely can't punt this thing away. So,
do want to thank our generous sponsors for combining to bring you live and free coverage tonight, including Crossroads Church, a church that's always pursuing big dreams for Jesus. You're invited to be a part of it too. New location right here in Fredericktown. Monarch Title Services, our good friend Rochelle Salmons and her crew, big supporters of Centerburg Trojan football. They also close with confidence anytime, anywhere. Knox Community Hospital, in the community, for the community. Webb's Marathon and Automotive. You can stop by Webb's. Use their rewards program. You can earn dollars off fuel, free drinks, and coffee. 4th down for the Trojans. They need 15. Blitz comes. It's Warner. He pressures. They throw it up. Almost a great snag. Right through the fingertips of Harris.
when, as you said, Warner made the play, came off that linebacker blitz, looped around the left side.
Oh. And I kind of like what Trevor Bellman did there. Almost like setting a screen. He just put his hands down. He's like, I'm not picking up a penalty here.
That's right. No interference on that.
So the Freddies, as they say out in this part of the country, how about them? Looking to close out a huge rivalry win tonight and punch their ticket into the postseason. And Elijah Rauch reaching for the end zone. He's going to be marked just shy. Wait a minute. A late call comes in. Okay. Freddies for the score.
Well, maybe not.
2 of the 3 officials did not indicate touchdown. The replay shows them a yard short. But then the referee farthest away from the play came in and put his arms up. Yeah, you see that no one ever signaled touchdown there. So, what are we doing here?
I think it's going to be 2nd and goal from the 1.
All right, so indeed the ball carrier stops short, but they've still got 2nd down and goal coming up.
Frederick's looks like they're going to try to punch it in. Instead of just taking the knee, line up at I formation.
Yeah, I think I like this move, just given what happened over at Centerburg last year, where the Trojans had a running clock, big victory. Try to make this look a little bit worse on paper for him, Mark. That way, when it's engraved on that Freddieburg trophy for life, you always look back and go, yeah, remember when we put 30+ on you guys? In the rain, yo.
Well, they're trying.
Yeah, still got to get that extra yard.
Centerburg, give them credit. They're putting up a fight here. A lot of toughness, a lot of pride being shown here by the Trojans. Could have easily just given up and kind of let him push it in, but he's not going to get in again.
Wow, matter of fact, driven backwards. So Sipes might have even lost half a yard. I mean, this really went nowhere. See, LeMaster comes in and just got him around the waist, drug him back. So it's quickly 4th down now.
And you know, I'm watching that going, they're really lucky there because, I mean, if LeMaster could have ripped that ball free.
Yeah.
I mean, there was nobody there. That's the dangerous part about running a play there instead of just, taking a knee. But
well, I also I noticed that they took the snap with about 15 seconds still on the play clock, too.
Yeah.
And now they'll hand it off, and I think Roush got in. Put the points back up on the board. Air horn sounding. You've heard those cowbells all night. Undeniable. As the Freddies increase their lead. Might even be going for 2 here, Mark.
I immediately think back to like a Woody Hayes kind of thing. Why'd you go for 2? Because I couldn't go for 3?
Yes.
Yeah.
Sipes and fake the handoff. So nothing doing there. Yeah. Just 20 seconds remaining in the game. Freddy's in control now, 32-14.
And I'm sure this ending will create some conversations with people in the 2 communities.
It's going to do that no matter what, Mark, so you may
true.
as well
That's
be
true.
on the winning end. And, you know, really taking the whole essence of the night right now.
Yes. So Centerburg does hold on the 2-point attempt.
I'll dive into our comment section, see what's going on with you guys out there. And see Michelle says Lane Warner with a big heart, number 44. Kylie cheered on Blake Sipes tonight. Ben McClay, go Freddies. Charity, nice TD Moose. Go Kalen, go Trojan Pride, all from Charity. That was a little bit earlier, of course, when LeMaster was starting to dominate a bit. And then Mitzi over in YouTube says, hey, Mark and commentator friend, could you please take the cowbell so we can hear your wonderful voices? I didn't realize they were that loud, but, I mean, there's a lot of people out here in Fredericktown that have them bells.
There's a lot of cowbells out here.
The weather has been unforgiving most of this fourth quarter now after taking a little bit of a break in the third.
Yeah, Sarah, our camera lady, did a nice job of getting a shot out there, close-up of that field, and just showing how nasty the field conditions are. So now the question is, with 19 seconds to go, what does Centerburg do? Do they come out and do they run the ball, or do they come out and do they throw it and try to get a score here?
My gut tells me Kalen LeMaster is going to touch the ball for the final time in his high school career. I mean, they were in that huddle for a long time, though, Mark. Yeah. They might have something drawn up.
Yeah.
We saw a hook and lateral determine a game last week. Ontario and Shelby at the end.
Yes,
did you see that?
I did.
Gosh. What a cool finish to that one.
Yes.
So we'll see if they have a little bit of trickery, but it will just be a handoff to Kalen LeMaster as he darts forward for 9. And that will be the final play of the contest. How about those Freddies? 32-14, they are a winner here tonight as the party is on out here in Fredericktown. Make sure you stick around for our Knox Community Hospital post-game show that will include an interview with our most valuable player of the game. So drop us a comment. Let us know who you think that person was. Definitely got a couple of ideas. And we'll be back with that, stats, analysis, and more. Stay tuned.
Are you ready for the comeback?
Hey, this is Pastor Dave Vance from Crossroads Church. We are a church that gathers together, that raises up disciples and reaches out to those far from God. We pursue gospel impact in our communities and around the world. So when we say we're a church that feels like family, it's an invitation to be a part of something bigger, something greater, something eternal. And we want you to be a part of it. We hope you'll join us. Visit our website at crossroadswire.com for service times at a location near you.
At Knox Community Hospital, your primary care physician is more than someone who delivers your test results, more than someone who writes prescriptions, more than someone who listens to your heart. We are your healthcare partner who takes the time to know you, listen to your concerns, and provide you with expert personalized care to make and keep you well. Because to us, you're more than just numbers on a chart. You're a neighbor and a friend. Knox Community Hospital, in the community, for the community.
Man, I wish I was out there.
Let's unretire.
That's why I'm at.
Hey, Grandpa! Grandpa? I still got it.
Hey, I need that senior discount.
I'm good right here, bro.
Unretirement? Who'd be dumb enough to do that?
Take a look at all the action from Friday Night Football right here in North Central Ohio with great analysis, highlights, coach interviews, and so much more every single Friday night right here on the OH Report.
Happy Halloween!
Tonight's high school football rivalry contest brought to you folks live and free thanks to these generous sponsors, including Frito Lay, driven and inspired by one purpose, food that matters for life's moments. Webb's Marathon and Automotive. Stop by Webb's Marathon in Centerburg to join the Webb's Rewards program where you can earn dollars off fuel and free drinks and coffee. Knox Community Hospital, in the community, for the community. Monarch Title Services. If you get to choose the title company, why not support those who support the Trojans and close with confidence anytime, anywhere. And Crossroads Church, a church that is always pursuing big dreams for Jesus, and you are invited to be a part of it. Got a new campus right here in the Fredericktown area as well. We'll be right back with our KCH postgame that'll include an interview with our Monarch Title Services MVP, Blake Sipes. 4 total touchdowns. We'll hear from him in just a moment. We return now with our most valuable player of the game, brought to you by Monarch Title Services, and we've got the sophomore quarterback leading the Freddies to victory here at home, Blake Sipes, joining us now. 4 total touchdowns, bro. It was a big performance for you, and we first got to talk about that celebration. Looked like there was a lot of joy over there getting that Freddieburg trophy back. Give me some insight.
Yeah, I just knew. I mean, we don't really like those guys. I mean, it's always a battle, but let's put on a show.
You did indeed. The field conditions weren't the greatest out there. How were you able to grind through in the mud and the rain and all the wind and everything?
I mean, we came into this game all week knowing that it was going to be wet, it was going to be muddy, it was going to be a battle, so we just pushed through.
The satisfaction that you're feeling right now, put that into a couple sentences for me.
I mean, it's awesome, you know. Last game with the seniors at home, I'm going to miss them, but, I mean,
yeah, there was a lot at stake for them certainly here tonight, not just to get the rivalry win, but you guys might have just found your way into the postseason. So how much of a talking point has that been for you guys this week?
Oh, I mean, I knew the seniors won another week of practice. We just won another week with the fellas and continue it.
To put the team on your shoulders, 4 touchdowns for you tonight. What did that take to have that type of heroic effort for you?
I mean, the line was good. I just knew it was going to be a battle all week and decided to put on my best show.
And it looked like a little dinged up at the end of the game. What was the injury and how'd you fight through?
It was my shoulder. I landed on it weird, but I came out for one play and I knew I had to get back in to win the game.
Yeah, there was no way they were going to keep you on that sideline. We could tell, man. Well, hey, congratulations on a huge performance, a big rivalry victory. Anybody you want to shout out tonight?
Shout out my family, my O-line, and the fans.
All right, congratulations, Blake Sipes, our Monarch Title Services MVP.
Thank you.
Are you ready for the comeback?
Hey, this is Pastor Dave Vance from Crossroads Church. We are a church that gathers together, that raises up disciples and reaches out to those far from God. We pursue gospel impact in our communities and around the world. So when we say we're a church that feels like family, it's an invitation to be a part of something bigger, something greater, something eternal. And we want you to be a part of it. We hope you'll join us. Visit our website at crossroadswire.com for service times at a location near you.
And we are now back with our Knox Community Hospital post-game show, and it's a win here for Fredericktown at home. And you see that the party's already going on, man. They're ringing the victory bell. The parents up here having a great time. You can definitely tell that this one, it just means a little bit more than any other win in this part of the world.
It just means a little bit more, and you know, through the post-game interview there, you could hear the emotion and the importance of what this week meant to this football team, and they came out and the Freddies got it done.
Take a look at our final stats of the night, brought to you by KCH. And you see a really nice defensive performance for Fredericktown. 4 turnovers, that was huge. We thought that would be the key to tonight, Mark, and it kind of was, but also holding the offense in check, just 163 overall yards.
Yeah, and you talk about the turnovers. So Centerburg turns the ball over 4 times. A little bit unfortunate times. Fredericktown had 3 occasions where they fumbled the football, but they were able to recover it on each of those occasions. So turnovers obviously played a big role tonight. The weather conditions obviously had a huge impact on that. But in the end, they were able to make the plays, did a really good job of shutting down that Centerburg offense, and because of that, they found a way to get a victory here in week number 10.
Yeah, 32-14 the final score, and you see what's up next. Well, for Centerburg, they are packing up shop and ending the season at 4-6 overall. And for Fredericktown, I do believe that they are going to sneak their way into the postseason. Probably going to have a tough matchup out of the gates. But like you heard from Blake, that was a big talking point, just wanting to continue their season and give the seniors another week of practice. And who the heck knows what can happen when you get into the tournament?
Absolutely, and yeah, depending on how things went around, with other games throughout the state, they're probably going to find themselves somewhere in that 13 to 16 spot with the win tonight. But you're playing in week 11. That's the most important thing. Doesn't really matter what the matchup is. You get a chance to have another week of practice, and as you said, you go out there and put it on the field on Friday night and see what happens.
Well, that's going to wrap up our coverage from Fredericktown tonight. The Freddieburg game and the trophy swapping hands yet again as the Freddies get it back with a 32-14 victory. Got to give some shout-outs definitely to Sarah Porter for braving it out in the weather tonight. She's all bundled up. I gave her one glove, so she was half prepared for that. Our camera, too. I'll probably post a picture of what our whole outfit looks like out here. Definitely braving the weather. For Mark Bollinger, I am Brian Skowronski saying so long for now, but I'll see you guys on the Friday Pigskin. Well, I guess I better tear up and head on home. That's in about an hour and a half. See you guys then.